Hey there traders, what's up? It's Sascha at Second Skies Trading. I hope you're well and I hope you had a good trading month of December. I hope you had a good trading year. It has been a very interesting year to say the least. It has been a very challenging year for many, but it has also been a year with increased volatility in the market, which has offered a lot of good trading opportunities. So that's something I hope you've been able to take advantage of. Now, looking at the screen here, you might be thinking, hey Sascha, what's going on? Why are you showing us a Swedish website here? So both Chris and I have promised to release our trading performance for the year. We often do get the question, hey, do you really make money trading? Why are you teaching? Are you really making money doing this? And the answer is yes. And today's video here should answer the question once and for all. I'll be sharing my trading performance here with you today for the year, my stock trading account, and Chris will be sharing his trading performance as well in the upcoming days here. Now, I have been trading both stocks, Forex and crypto this year, but we'll focus on my stock trading performance here this year, as I think there are some interesting things to highlight for you that you might find helpful and interesting as well. And I do have a Swedish broker called Nordnet, and I do apologize, but their website is only in Swedish. It's a Swedish broker. I cannot set the language on their platform to English, so I apologize for that in advance, but the information I will show you is mainly visual, so it should make sense intuitively anyway. And some of you might think, okay, Sascha, but what you're showing, how do we know it's a real account? How do we know it's not a demo account? You can feel free to reach out to this broker, because if you do, they will answer you that they do not have demo accounts and they do not have paper trading accounts, so they only offer real accounts. So all the data you will see here in this video is a live trading account with them. So without further ado, let's log into the platform here. So I'll just log in here, just blur my login credentials. And here we are on the first page. You can already see my graph here for the year. So to make it a little bit more clear, let's just head over to the portfolio report here on my account where we can set the dates. So let's start with setting it to this year first. So you can see here it says January 2020 and it's up to the recent date here. And if I move my mouse over here up in the top left here, you can see that my performance up till today is 52.11% gain on the year. Now, looking at this equity graph here, there are a few things that should stand out immediately. And there's one period here in February, March, April. And then we have a period here starting from November 1st. And then we have this period here between end of March until November. And as you can see, I made a lot of profit here in February, March. Then I basically had more or less a sideways performance throughout the year. And then I had, again, a very stable growth on my account here from November 1st. And the reason for that basically is that in the beginning of the year, you can see between January, February, March, in that area, I wasn't very active on this account. And the reason for that was COVID-19. I held mostly cash in my account and was standing by to look how the world would react to COVID-19, because I felt already when we saw the news in December 2019, I felt this could have a major impact on the world and the world economy. So I was preparing and reading up and looking at how the world was reacting to this. And based on that, I was planning my moves here as soon as I kind of got a better picture of what was going on. And as you can see, the most profit I made on the year was actually in March when the market was crashing, because when markets crash, they crash a lot faster. They move south really, really fast compared to bullish markets. Bullish markets often are much slower. So there's a famous saying that says the market takes the escalator up and takes the elevator down. And you can see this year it was no different. The crash was violent. The crash was really fast. And the buying thereafter and prior to that was much slower. So that's also why I made the most profit in my account in that period, because markets were just moving really, really fast and I was positioned correctly to take full advantage of that. And come end of March, beginning of April, the strong bearish selling was showing signs of slowing down. So I exited a couple of positions. I did hold a couple of stocks throughout the summer period, but overall I wasn't very active in my stock account. I was more active in my Forex trading account. And then again in November 1st, I picked up my trading activity again. And this is why you can see such a stable performance from November. And just to highlight this, we can actually go to that period here. And if we go to the periods, let's say from mid-February to, let's say, end of March, you can clearly see this very stable upward movement in performance. And then here is where I exit my positions. And the same is true if we go and look at the period from November 1st until now, today, you can also see that the growth is controlled, the growth is stable in the account. And if we then look at the period between 1st of April and the end of October, you will see that it's much more volatile and it's kind of more following the overall markets. So this should clearly show that actively trading and actively managing your positions has a big advantage compared to just passively holding stocks in your account, which I think my stock account this year reflects really nicely. So that is number one I want to point out. The next one is that many might say, okay, Sascha, but you were trading the stock market, and the stock market is overall, it has an underlying bullish bias, and making profit in a bull market is not hard. And to some degree, you're right. I mean, if you have a bullish market that's moving up, if you're picking a couple of good stocks and just holding them, it's not as difficult to make money as in a two-sided and two-way market. So whilst many are able to make good profits in a bull market, the really tricky thing is to know when to switch bias, when to switch direction, and actually also how to take advantage of that if the market is crashing. And then again, once it turns bullish, how to act upon that information. And that is what is being a trader is all about, to be able to adapt to the markets and to read them correctly. So if I only would have passively held stocks in the stock market this year, we can again put here an overlay with the OMX 30 here, the Swedish stock index, I would likely have made a profit of 6 or 7% this year. And you can see here during the market crash, when the market was crashing at the most, that was when I was making the most profit this year. So that is the tricky part when trading stocks, to know when to switch direction, to know when to switch bias, and to adjust accordingly to take advantage of both sides of the market, when it's bullish, when it's bearish. As a trader, that is a skill you need. And going back here to my trading, my active trading here in November, you can also see here that overall in November here, I was more or less following the index in November, but I was also building positions in my account. And then here come December, you can see how my positions clearly started outperforming the Swedish index here, because I had accumulated a good amount of positions here and I've started building positions, and they were playing out one after one here. It took some time for them to work out, but once they did, my account grew much more compared to the stock index itself. So this is maybe at, what is that, 7-8%, whilst my account is at 15%. So again, outperforming the market. And just looking at this here, we can also compare it with any other stock index like the S&P 500 E-mini. You can see here as well, same thing there. This one is up, maybe what's that, maybe 17, 18, 19%. And my account here is again at 52.11% here. So again, also outperformed this market. So for all those of you who are wondering if we make money trading, yes, we do. Here's the proof in the pudding. I made money this year. I'm up 52% just on my stock trading account, and I've outperformed the market. I made a really good profit when the market was crashing, and I made a good amount of profit as well here when the market was bullish as well. Overall, outperforming the market substantially. And you also might find it interesting here where I can show you the differences between being an active trader in the market or just holding positions passively in your stock account. And you can clearly see this being reflected in my stock account here, which in my opinion is a clear indication that having good trading skills can help you to perform better in any market. Now, I'm a technical trader. I trade using price action. I'm not a fundamental trader. I do occasionally check out news that come out just to see which kind of stocks are in play, but I do not solely trade a stock of fundamentals or news or anything like that. My personal trading style is price action across the board, and that's applicable not only to the stock market, also Forex and also crypto. And just to show you some examples here of trades I've taken here this year, and I've picked a few trades here I've taken in November and December just to show you how I trade. And I've also shared this with our students inside our courses. So for example, here's a trade I took on a Swedish stock called Bain Group, where you can see that we have very clear bullish, impulsive, corrective structures, impulsive move, and a long, slow selling here back into this previous resistance, now acting as support. This is one of our core models in price action that we use, which is impulsive and corrective. If you're not yet familiar with impulsive and corrective moves, we do have a lesson on that, which you can check out by clicking on the link in the top right corner. And another trade I took here recently is DKNG DraftKings, where you also can see a clear area of support, resistance. We then have bullish, impulsive, corrective, impulsive, corrective pullback, another bullish impulsive move, and the corrective pullback into that support. I bought on the move down into the support. I didn't wait for any confirmation. You can see here exactly where I got in, where I had my stop loss, and where I took profit. So I'm not waiting for any confirmation. I'm trading based on the price action context. And another trade, for example, is a Swedish company called Recipharm, where you also can see that we have a strong buying here on heavy increase in volume. This was actually positive news catalyst where they signed a letter of intent with Moderna about packaging and shipping the vaccine of Moderna. And I again bought on the pullback into a previous resistance that I thought now could act as support. I just bought on the pullback, no confirmation signals or anything like that, just pure price action context as we teach inside our courses, as we teach our members how we trade. And then you can see that price here started going sideways, again increase in volume, bullish impulsive move, kind of strong pullback, again bullish impulsive move, again strong volume here on the bullish impulsive move, corrective structure, and you can see the same pattern playing out over again. And then this trade was exited up here, as you can see, for a total return of 12R, and I had a news here kind of play into my favor where EQT placed an offer on this company to acquire the company, and that played in my favor here, so I made a total return of 12R, which means I made 12 times the risk on my trade here in the stock. In total, after my entry, I gained roughly a little bit more than 40%, I think. So overall, this is how I trade, and you can see here there's no magic sauce to it. Our members can see it as well. I do not trade differently than what we teach inside of our price action courses. No magic, no fancy algorithm, no fancy indicators, nothing at all. Just pure price action context, the same things we teach in our courses. So I hope this answers the question if I made money this year. Yes, I did. Did I do anything differently than what we teach inside our courses? No, I didn't. So I hope this helps to answer the question once and for all, for those of you who are wondering if we do make money trading. And I'm winding down for the year here now. I'm not taking any new positions. I'm still holding some positions, but not taking any new ones. But we're looking forward to 2021. It will be an amazing year. And we've been also super busy in Q4 here, preparing for the launch of our new trading masterclass. We've been working like crazy to get this course out, in which we have improved our training material even further, sharing more of our insights, what we have learned in the last few years, and also we will be sharing things that we haven't shared in any of our courses before. So if you're interested in our website, in our free material, or in any of our paid courses, you can just click on the link here in the top right corner. It takes you directly to our website. And with that being said, we are looking forward to a really strong 2021 together with our members, our students, and our community here on YouTube as well. We'll be coming out with more free content for you all and other surprises along the way. So I wish you happy holidays, a great start to the new year, and I'll see you next year.